Hi, this is Dana, and in this video, I will try to sort of put in perspective the current moment and somehow give more of a systematic approach to all my videos. Um, I have done the videos, as I said in other comments, guided by God. So God gave me different topics at different times according um, to what God considered needed at that point in time for whatever or whoever He had in mind, of course. What I would like to do in this video is to give more of a systematic approach to sort of explain the two types of videos that you will find on my channel right now. There are videos which I started with initially, which talk about spiritual warfare um, as is defined by the current phase of our ascension from 3D to 5D, right? So currently we are in 3D, we are on our way to 5D at different stages, depending on how much each individual fought and healed. And essentially we are facing a lot of bondages, many bondages that we need to break through. We need to break them, we need to activate gifts, we need to heal after each bondage or throughout each bondage. We need to master energy work to achieve a deep cleanup through different methods of energy cleaning, including the Kundalini rise, which is the most complex one, in order to achieve complete mind power and soul power, so we can move on, right? So this is the phase we are in, and I started my videos with these topics, with different perspective of over issues in this background of spiritual warfare, specifically defined by 3D realities, right? Which we are facing because we are on Earth. So we are facing this. But I did make a few references in my videos to the outer cosmos dimension of the spiritual war, which is the next phase. And I have done a few videos from on astrology and from astrological perspective. Those videos on astrology basically give you a sneak peek into this outer cosmos dimension, which is the I wouldn't say the two dimensions are totally separate, but for the sake of a deeper understanding and for the sake of being more systematic, I will deal with them separately. But they are intertwined, because at the end of the day, the spiritual warfare and the bondage is created here in 3D. Through black magic and all sorts of occult practices, essentially are drawing in outer cosmos forces. There is no black magic without outer cosmos forces, without underworld forces. So essentially, they are intertwined. The bondages created and which we fight in 3D landscape are created by the power of these outer cosmos forces which work through people. They are summoned by people, they are worshipped by people. And this is something very important to understand always throughout your spiritual fighting, and I hope everyone does. Namely, that these individuals have absolutely no power. If there will be confrontation between us and them according to the rules of engagement in astral, they wouldn't stand a chance. This is why everyone who does black magic has no power of his own. You have to remember this. So, of course, it's difficult to remember this when you're under attack, because at the end of the day, you're hurting, and you don't just take time to think about who does what. But as long as you have this idea clear in your mind that these individuals have no power and they are summoning and using other forces from outer cosmos, from underworld, then you will understand that we will win this. That's my point. But so I already spoke about the spiritual warfare 3D type, with the bondage breaking and healing and mastering energy work. Now, what I will say is that there is, on astrology level, there is a higher dimension of warfare, which involves the outer cosmos warfare. Essentially, it's an interracial warfare for dominance and supremacy on Earth. This is beyond human level. This is beyond Earth. Okay, so only when you succeed in breaking all the bondages, or the most important bondages done on you here in 3D, it is then that you can succeed to carry out a war with the outer cosmos forces. But I must say this, that is the most important dimension, because what we need to understand in this entire picture is that humans are just used. Humans are just used in this war for supremacy on Earth. And all those who actually work with darkness, once upon a time, were created by God just like us. I mean, when I started my spiritual work consciously, and God was showing me these outer cosmos forces which were summoned by humans, neighbors of mine, colleagues at work, and so on, I was like, I don't understand why this man is doing this, or this woman. Why? I mean, I was like, you created both of us. Why are they so evil? Why they do this? Why are they so evil? And then God showed me in each circumstance how each individual fell. So he would first show me the bondage that individual created on me. He would show me how to fight it, how to defeat it, and so on. And then when I would be in a more balanced approach over the topic, more detached from the issue, I would ask why they do this, just why. And God showed me how each individual fell, how he was strict or she was strict, how different traits of character were created, and so on them. So it's a vicious circle, in initially you're in the phase in which you have to win and break the bondage. You cannot dwell too much on this topic, because then you don't have the strength, the determination, and the detachment, emotional detachment from them to fight them, to defeat them and break free. And you tend to give misguided empathy to them, and that is very, very dangerous for light workers, because that's in your nature. But misguided empathy can lead to your falling. So that is important to not dwell too much on this. But when you feel like this spiritual world is taking too much of a toll on you emotionally, it makes you too frustrated, too angry, too so and so, it's worth to take a step back and to remember that the entire humankind was God's creation. Okay, there are fallen ones, and they have clearly a fault, because I know this for a fact. Nobody falls if they walk the straight line with God. God will always have divine protection for them. But once you betray God and you start playing with darkness and making compromises and so on, then God cannot give you as much protection, and then slowly you fall lower and lower. But of course, I always take time, in order to keep my balance and detachment from all of them, and to have a higher perspective. I always, take my time to look at it from a higher perspective, namely that if you take each individual and you waste or spend your time to understand the deep-rooted story, you will see the path how they fell. And again, of course, there is drama and dramatic and sad stories in each situation. Initially, you have to focus on your fight, because you have to win for yourself. You cannot afford misguided empathy for them, because as I said previously, they don't really have a soul anymore. God took that soul back. But in order for all of us to win and to stop this madness, We must make sure that all of them get punished and do redemption so they will get their souls back. So we'll fucking stop this. Otherwise, they will continuously do the same thing. As long as they don't have a soul, but they do have a body, they will continue to do this. It's a broken spirit. It's a claimed spirit. It's a spirit claimed by darkness. And that individual will continue to do this no matter what. No matter what. It doesn't matter. God has shown me numerous punishment on same individual. Nothing could change that individual's mind. God has shown me many individuals, he said, they cannot stop themselves. They have no control over themselves. Because all the power comes with the soul. Since they don't have a soul, they have no control over themselves. They are not, you can say that they are not humans anymore at the end of the day. You know, they are just an empty shell body which is being used by darkness. Of course, you can always turn around and say, yeah, but he summoned the darkness. Nobody sent it upon him. He wanted this because he was envious and wanted to steal my status or my money or my... of course, again, it doesn't help to dwell on this too much because it is a vicious circle. This vicious circle will stop when we win the outer cosmos war, and each and every individual human will gain back the soul through redemption with God and keep that soul. Learn the lessons so you can have enough control over yourself not to lose that soul again. You know, this is why you need to do the spiritual fighting in the 3D. So you will learn the lessons how you keep your power, how you manage your power, how you clean your energy, how you master your energy work in your body, and how you, so you will know and control what kind of energy you put out there. Okay, these are the lessons which you need to learn in 3D, and misguided empathy and misguided and undeserved forgiveness are hugely blocking your path to winning this path. This you should, you know, the judgment and the punishment and including the forgiveness should be left to God, because he's the only one who actually knows exactly when it's deserved and when it's not deserved. But in order for this to stop, there are two dimensions. There's the spiritual world, specifically defined by 3D bondages, and here again there's a lot of work, a lot of spiritual fighting, a lot of lessons to be learned, and so on. In parallel, there's the higher dimension, outer cosmos dimension, which is beyond human level and beyond Earth, essentially that is the true war. That is the true war. But unfortunately, most of our army betrayed, and he's on the side of the enemy. And those who betrayed are the humans working with darkness. So in order for us to win the interracial war in outer cosmos, we need to take the army back, basically. That means everybody in 3D must win. That means all the fallen ones must do redemption, must go through the punishments, must man up and understand that going through purgatory, punishment, and redemption, this is their only way to get back in power. The only way. And should stop from egoistical tendencies in which they try to draw others into their darkness. At least leave those who broke free to evolve, so you will have the ability to work on yourself, you know. So there are the two dimensions, and for now God is showing me that, because God pushed me to write about astrology earlier than I finished the videos on the 3D spiritual warfare. I will alternate between the two dimensions in my videos according to God's guidance, according to whatever God decides its most important message to put out there at that particular time. I know from my own experience God has specific individuals in mind who need to hear that at that specific time. I count on the fact that on my Facebook page I wrote 400 prophetic writings about this. So those who really want to fight and really want the lessons I have shared with others, they can go to my Facebook page and read. Even if I didn't get yet to make videos on all of those topics, it's a bit hard to do it all of a sudden. And I will focus on different topics, alternating between the two dimensions according to God's guidance. But I do want to point out at this moment the two totally different dimensions, although the two of them are intertwined, namely the 3D spiritual warfare and the one in outer cosmos, which relies more on astrology. And I want to emphasize one thing: there's a lot of fake knowledge out there, including on astrology. We must go beyond that. The fake knowledge put out there is essentially meant to misguide us and to hide from us the true information which would help us succeed in our spiritual warfare. And this is the part on which I will focus more, working with God on astrology, to bring to light those informations which have been hidden from us, or were even misportrayed through fake knowledge put out there. So this is the work I'm focusing on right now. And again, as always, if you have any questions, please comment. I will be happy to answer. I hope that my videos are helping you and are giving you the guidance necessary to deal with situations in your life, or at least to put some of it on a different perspective, on a higher perspective, so you can carry on, because this isn't we are in human body, and it isn't easy. I said in a previous video, even Jesus once, when he came to help me, he actually said this to me, I was human, so I know how hard this is for you. So I'm saying the same thing. I hope that my videos achieve exactly this, what Jesus said, namely by sharing lessons learned and divine guidance on spiritual fighting, helps you put in perspective, to give you like a breathing time, to pause and sort of detach from all of this, understanding that there is much more beyond this bondage breaking 3D type, which is madness. I fully agree with that. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, so we'll make sure that the information put out there, the knowledge and the lessons learned I share, reach as many people as possible. If you feel inclined to donate to support my channel and my work, you'll find in the description box below my PayPal account, as well as a wish list on Amazon. Thank you.